Are you guys ready? You remembered the appropriate level of excitement. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, from DC's Legends of Tomorrow, please welcome Caity Lotz and Arthur Darvill!
Hello.
It's a nice looking crowd out here.
Wow. Hi. You guys are really loud. That's nice.
I told you they'd appreciate the volume.
Wait, one more. Can we do it again even louder? Oh, come on, Ottawa. Really? Let me hear it again. All right.
I have tinnitus now.
I hear you, Ottawa. I hear you.
Oh, okay. Well, once I get my hearing back, we can begin the panel. Welcome to Ottawa, you guys. Have you guys spent much time in Canada before?
We've been spending a lot of time.
Yeah, I think I'm there, more than I am in LA in Canada.
Yeah,
you
because
guys
we shoot in. There's such an amazing echo in here. All I can.
Yeah.
It just feels like the voice of God. That's going to be distracting for me. We've been spending a lot of time in Vancouver, which has been lovely.
I was
Crazy.
doing a bit. I knew that.
Yay, Vancouver! You guys will move anything. Chicken! Some madness.
So welcome to Ottawa. I know everybody is super excited to have you here. We don't do a lot of double panels, but I guess you guys are accustomed to working together, so this is going to go just fine. And I think you have another double panel coming up later with another...
The king of the double panels.
Did that... How has the experience with time travel aided you in this new series?
Yes. I know, it's definitely a running theme in my life. Career. It's been great, there are obvious similarities, but it's such a different part. And it's so much, we're having so much fun making it. And I think just as a confidence builder, having done Doctor Who beforehand kind of made me feel like I could actually go in and do this. So yeah, it definitely helped a lot.
You can speak intelligently about time paradoxes because you've had training.
I can sound like I can speak intelligently.
And of course, Caity, you've had lots of past experience that helps you in this role as well, coming from a dancing background with martial arts training. That's got to come in handy for White Canary.
Yeah, it sure does.
Kay's like a proper ninja, like she's an actual ninja. It's quite amazing.
Kills you. Yeah, no, it's been really helpful. I was a martial artist before I started acting, so being able to kind of put the two together has been really fun, and I think it adds to the character. Like it definitely.
So the stunt team definitely likes working with you. Then they like take shortcuts with you because since you already have the training and the know-how.
Yeah, we don't have to do quite as many rehearsals, but then I'm also really hard on them too. So then I'm like, I gotta do more, we gotta do this more.
You do most of your own stunts, which is kind of amazing.
Oh, thanks.
I do as little as possible with my own stunts.
But Arthur started taking boxing classes.
Yeah, I did. After I accidentally punched someone in the face on set, I thought, this is for me, I can do this. Yeah.
And of course, you guys have your show came into sort of like an existing world with the Arrow series and the Flash already running. How would you know what?
Yeah.
It makes sense without the echo, trust me. But what was it like, sort of coming into like a pre-established thing as this new, like you were on Arrow, of course, but you're the new series into this sort of family. How's that been like?
It's really exciting because it's obviously a universe that has such potential for growth, and I think it's amazing what they're doing. They've really created quite a deep. I don't know how they keep it all in their heads and making sense that all matches up. I think, but it really is a whole universe, and I love the crossovers and the potential from. I think there's going to be quite a lot more coming up, which I think is really exciting, and running stories parallel. And, you know, I think it's made it really exciting, and it also makes us feel like we're not on our own. That there's a whole gang of us in Vancouver all making this is kind of a similar thing. So I'm just asking Siri something.
Alrighty then. I think now we'll turn it over to audience questions. We are going to sort of bop back and forth from side to side. So we'll start over on this side, and then it'll be your turn after that.
For both of you, I've got a question. Which is your favorite teammate to work with?
They're sitting right next to each other. This could get awkward.
I like working with everyone the same. How about you, Caity Lotz?
Let's see. I like working with Franz. Even though Franz and I have never had a scene together, just the two of us.
Maybe that's why you like working.
Maybe that's why I like working with him. But he's got a really great energy. He's always super happy, and he's super funny. He makes us laugh, so I like working with him. And I guess Arthur's okay. We actually have a very, I like
our stuff together. It's good.
We have a good chemistry. I feel we just fight all the time and bicker, but it's kind of fun to play.
Echo's horrible.
Yeah, they don't hear it.
What's so nice about the nature of the show is that everyone's so individual and different, as people as well as characters. So it's really fun. The variety, getting to work with everyone at different times is good. It's nice to mix it up. Like me and Brandon realised we hadn't really done anything together after like 3 months, and then suddenly got a bunch of scenes together, so that was fun. It's really nice when that kind of happens, and then you get to work with people, and everyone's so good and so much fun to be around for various reasons, and to work with. It's it's great. Great question.
Hi, just wanted to say, huge fan of the show. I'm a comic book fan from way back, so seeing all these characters brought to life, it's a real treat. Just wondering, given the news just recently that another one of the Berlanti shows, Supergirl, is actually going to be moving from CBS to the CW, and probably going up to Vancouver to film by you guys. Is that a universe that personally interests you guys, hoping to maybe play with the toys in that sandbox a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, I want to go on all the shows. No, I do. Like, I want to go on Flash. I like that it's so, their shows seem so kind of lighthearted and fun in a really good way. And I just hear it's a really fun set, so I'd love to go visit Flash. And then Supergirl would be funny. I would love to see the White Canary meet Supergirl. Like, I don't know what would happen there.
Yeah.
Maybe she'd hit on her.
Definitely.
Sarah needs a new love interest.
I'd watch that.
Super Canary.
I feel like that would be Foghorn Leghorn, a Super Canary.
Ship name.
I think the crossovers are great. I'd love to cross over onto that show. I think all the CW shows should cross over together. We should all just... I think because we can time travel and have a spaceship, we can just pop up in any of them and go, I'm so sorry, we're not meant to be here.
We should just go
pop up in Supernatural.
Mess everything up.
On Storage Wars. I'm so sorry.
Thank you very much.
First off, welcome to Ottawa. And for Arthur, I have a question. And how was the transition from traveling with the Time Lord to becoming a Time Master?
It's been a while since I was on Doctor Who. I can't remember how. It's like 5 years or 4 years or something. So I've done a lot of stuff in between. But it was good. It was a good transition. I think because Rip and Rory are such different people, it didn't feel like I was repeating myself. And also when I started Doctor Who, I was quite a nervous actor, and it was quite nice to play a nervous character. Whereas now I feel I've grown up a bit and have gained in some confidence. It's quite nice to play a confident actor, a confident part. So yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Well, thank you.
No, thank you.
So it's super cool to have you guys here. So watching the show, it looks like it's a lot of fun to film, but my question's actually, after the cameras stop rolling, what kind of tomfoolery do you and the rest of the cast get up to?
Kate got banned from hoverboarding, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
Katie bought one of those, well, got given one of those, what are they? Because of Segway.
You know those things that you stand on and they move? What are those called? Hoverboard, yeah.
It's not a hoverboard though, is it? It's got wheels. What is it? A segboard? A Segway skateboard. One of those. Anyway, posted a video online of you skating around. Did you get a call from the producers?
Warner Brothers safety. It's like, that is not allowed.
So all the fun we have is scuppered. What I like is that every scene, because the stakes are always so high, every scene ends with a really dramatic line and a kind of cliffhanger into the next section. So it's always a really dramatic pause. And they always wait about 10 seconds before they say cut. So you say your last line very seriously. And then you're just looking at each other in the eye, and it just makes the most awkward moments. I'd like them to cut all of those together at one point, just to make one long episode of... Great. I like that.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hello. I'm happy that you guys are here. I started watching the show, I think it was a week ago. Finally caught up yesterday.
Wow, that's a lot of TV.
And you're wearing a Marvel shirt. What?
You see nothing.
How old are you? You're so funny, I love it.
14?
Oh.
Maybe, yeah. But I've seen in previous episodes, you and your previous shows crossed back. Do you think that'll ever happen again, like, more often?
Logistically, it's very difficult for us to, because we shoot at the same time. So if I'm in an episode of Arrow, I'm also shooting an episode of Legends at the same time. And that's really hard.
And they don't really talk to each other very much. So you can film a day on Arrow and then go straight on to filming on Legends without a break. It's like, it gets a bit...
Yeah, it's very hard to figure out the time, and because we don't have any days off on Legends or any episodes off. But I think maybe, next year they're gonna try to carve out some more time to be able to do that, because that's the most exciting thing kind of about these shows, is the potential for crossovers. So I really do hope we do that more. We just gotta figure out how to do it, because we can't be in two places at once.
Well, thank you. That was awesome.
Thank you.
Go get an Arrow shirt or something.
Good day. As you can probably tell, I'm a long-term Whovian. I'm just wondering what you would think were the greatest similarities and the greatest differences, since both the shows that you've been seriously involved in are time travel. What would be the greatest similarities and the greatest differences between the two?
I think the obvious similarities are that we can time travel. That I'm in both of them. And I've got a long coat.
You mean like this?
Just like that one. And I think what I liked about it is that at the start of the series, and especially when I read it, I was like, oh, this is really similar. And then as it goes on, you realize it's really wildly different, and it's about... Doctor Who will always be about the Doctor, first and foremost, and I think what's nice about this is that it's about a whole group of people and how they, and it's about, saving the world. So they are different, but there are obvious similarities. I like that though. They tried to sneak. Jordan, our props guy, tried to sneak a sonic screwdriver onto the Wave Rider in Rib's parlor, and I saw it. I was like, "Get that out of here!" I was like, "The BBC will sue you."
Thank you.
Hi. Okay, I wanted to know what was the hardest thing that you had to learn how to do on the show?
Speaking Arabic is pretty hard. We had an episode where all of us were trying to sound cool and speak Arabic, but it was a lot harder than it looks.
That was so hard. Like, it's such a beautiful language as well, and I could hear it coming out of my mouth going, "God, you sound terrible." And just learning sounds. And we had this really lovely Syrian guy come and help us with the Arabic, and I was just so embarrassed in front of him. It was really, really embarrassing. Thanks for bringing that up. I've really enjoyed learning how, like, the fighting stuff. Like, I'd never really done that before, because I'm a lover. But I've hurt myself every time I've fought in the show, and other people.
He seriously injured his thumb when he punched somebody in the face. And he punched someone in the face and it was like, "My thumb! My thumb!"
Yeah, that did happen. He was wearing a mask. It was a sharp mask. But yeah, I enjoyed that. I'm finding it less difficult than it was at the beginning. So, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Hi, love the show, big fan. As soon as you guys were coming down, I decided to start cosplaying as Heatwave. Love it. But my big question
Have you been cosplaying as Heatwave since you found out?
Trying.
Wow.
Trying. My question is, though, for Arthur, is since you started the role, have you started like sending picture messages or tweets over to Matt Smith going like, "Hey, you got a glowing wand, my gun glows"?
Yeah, we're in constant competition with each other. Do you know what? We haven't at all. But I did speak to Matt before I took on the job because I was quite nervous about the scale of it, and he gave me some good, encouraging words. So that was good. Yeah, but no, we haven't compared spaceships yet, as it were. Compared timeships. Maybe we will at some point soon.
Thank you.
Yours is exactly the same size on the outside.
Hi, my question's for Caity, and so this is my last year in high school, so I felt like it was mandatory for me to ask prom.
I was just thinking, don't do it, please don't do it, don't do it. There it is.
But if you say no, Arthur.
Then no, definitely, you should go with Arthur.
Only if I get to wear a really pretty dress.
Also, when you said that White Canary needs a new love interest, too soon.
Too soon, I mean, well, I don't want to do any spoilers, not everyone's caught up, but
Yeah.
Sarah needs some love.
We all need love.
Sorry, my heart's beating really fast. I've been watching Arrow ever since season 1, and when I found out that Black Canary was going to be part of it, I'm like, oh my god, she's a certified badass. Like, we can all agree on that.
Thank you.
So, what's your favorite part about playing the Black Canary, or now the White Canary?
Well, I was always the canary, and I think there's a lot more levity to the White Canary. It's fun to get to laugh more, make jokes. She's a little more sarcastic. I think, it's still the same Sarah, but she's coming to her own a little bit more, which is fun to play. Though I do, like, I look back and whenever I see any clips or something, I'm like, oh yeah, like, I miss that old black costume. But I don't miss the wig or the mask. I like the freedom now.
That actually reminds me of one of the scenes I remember. I was surprised at how much you guys are getting away with. There was a scene when you went back in time to Victor Garber's past and just getting high in the middle of the episode, commenting on it later, like, you're on the CW, how did you get away with that?
You know what the rule is? You're just not allowed to put it to your lips. So you can have weed, like a joint or a cigarette, but you'll never see someone actually smoke it. That's how you get away with it. You have to hold it, or it can be there. You just can't actually. It's the rules. It's weird.
It's the same rules in England. I didn't realise this and did a film in England and was smoking all the way through it and extensively just cut myself out of the film because every time I put it through it, they had to cut away from me. I was like, oh, great.
Oh, they didn't tell you that?
No.
Oh.
Thanks.
No problem. Thanks for answering my question.
How did you like getting asked back to play on the Arrow, then getting asked to play on DC Legends of Tomorrow?
You know, I was really surprised. When they killed me off on Arrow, there was no talks about a new show. It was like, sorry about it, bye. So I was like, I had moved on. I thought that was done. And I was not expecting it. When they asked me to come back in to they wanted to talk with me, and I thought maybe they were gonna have me be a villain or something on Arrow, and then when they said that they're doing a whole new show, a superhero team up, I was really excited. And I missed everybody, you know, like Steven and Katie and Emily, like they were all good friends of mine, so it's good to kind of get back into this world.
How did you like working with Steven also?
I love Steven, he's great. He's a really nice guy. We had a lot of fun together, yeah. We have to get him to come back on to Legends.
Thank you.
Thanks.
So, considering how other actors have come on The Flash and turned into villains themselves in the Arrow universe, is that something that you would do as well? Is that something you'd be interested in?
Yes. I love the fact that anything can happen in these shows. That's one of them. Like as an actor, to be able to be asked to be on these shows is such a privilege because you don't know what's going to happen from one moment to the next, and the possibilities are almost endless. So yeah, I totally welcome little twists like that.
I think with Earth 2 and
yeah.
I don't know if there's Earth 3s or 4s, but it's really cool to think I could come and play a completely different character.
Yeah.
Like Sarah Lance as like a librarian, you know, who's very sweet and timid. Like that would be fun to play and see of that version of her. So, or I could be an evil librarian. Man.
Thank you.
I like the idea of a timid librarian and then the nurse from that one episode comes to bring you out of your shell. Like a little mirror thing. That would be fun.
If you could go back in time just to see a concert, which concert would the two of you pick?
Beatles on Top of Abbey Road. Exactly what I can do.
I would want to be at Woodstock. I love music festivals, and that was like the music festival.
I like that you both had that answer immediately. Like you put some thought into like, what if we did have a time machine? What would we do?
Well, maybe, hang on. David Bowie's last concert at the Hammersmith Palais where he did the last ever Ziggy Stardust. That would be good as well.
Hey, first of all, I would just like to thank you guys for being awesome.
We do what we can.
And if any other superhero were to show up on the CW universe, which superhero would you want to join your new squad?
I want Deadpool.
Yes.
I just watched that on the plane, and he's so funny. I feel like I was like, oh, Sarah and Deadpool could that would be a good team up. They would be like a cool team.
I'm a big fan of all the baddies. Like, I think just the Joker is the best character ever. So, if you put him into anything, it works. Yeah.
Once again, thank you. You guys are awesome.
Okay, my question is for both of you. What is it like to work with Canadian actor Victor Grabber?
Victor. Oh, Victor.
Oh, Victor. We love Victor.
Yeah, he's great.
He's such a professional.
Isn't he?
I don't know if you've noticed that? I have never worked with somebody who's as professional as Victor. I mean, when they say okay, we're ready, Victor's there, the first one on set, and you got him dilly-dallying, taking up time. Victor is there, Victor knows his lines, he is a professional.
He never drops the ball, and he's always brilliant and surprising.
Never messes up,
No.
He's just really on it.
Yeah.
And he's nice. He's a sweetheart. He's so kind.
He's really funny.
And sometimes he gets mad at us, which is because we're
angry.
can be just a bunch of young kids yelling and screaming, and he'll get mad at us, and it's really cute.
He does get quite loud on set because there's lots of us around, and people's energy can be quite infectious at times, especially when Franz is around, actually. And Victor, you can see Victor just getting more and more angry when the noise level just goes up. And occasionally you go, will you please just stop?
And we're all
I'm so sorry, Victor. No, he's wonderful. He's also in every movie that's ever been made.
Have you seen Godspell?
Yes, yeah, and he's brilliant in that. He's so good. Yeah, he's got lots of stories. He knows everyone. Yeah, he's brilliant.
Hi, first off, I'd like to say I've been watching Legends Tomorrow since it premiered. I love it so much. It's so amazing. I'm also a huge fan of Doctor Who, so woohoo! I was so excited when I heard you were doing this, Arthur. That was amazing. I'm also really nervous seeing you guys right now, so my stomach is like butterflies crazy. This is for Arthur. What do you think the biggest difference and the biggest similarity between Rory and Rip are?
Wow. I don't know. Rory eventually became a hero, and showed that he could fight for what he believes in. And I think Rip is fighting for what he believes in as well. And to both of them, the relationship and family are very important, just in kind of different ways. Yeah, so there are some. I think they're both kind of good people fundamentally, but have very different temperaments. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
First, I would just like to say thanks for the great photo op experience. I did it with both of you. And for both of you, which time machine would you choose? The Wave Rider, the TARDIS, or the DeLorean?
I'd choose the DeLorean. But just because I haven't been in that one yet. Let's see what it's like.
The Wave Rider's the only one I know. It's the only one I've gotten to ride on, so...
And it's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. And hopefully we're going to make some improvements on it.
We've got a list of things that we want to fix on it. So you might see a slightly different Wave Rider next season.
Thank you.
Thanks. It's fun taking pictures with you too.
Hi, my question is for both of you. While the episode that you have to retrieve your younger selves, how was it like to play your younger self, and how was it like to play with someone playing your younger selves?
I actually I hated it. Those silly bangs, and then having to change my voice and like it's very like this and doing like young Sarah and I'm like, oh my god, I'm so annoying. But it was fun and it was really interesting doing split screen stuff. So they had a actress who would dress up as me so that I had someone to talk to during the scene. And then what we basically would do, we'd shoot it where I'd say all the dialogue to young Sarah, and it's this girl, she just listens, and then they record my voice, so then I'm acting with a recording and looking at someone, and then we switch, and now I play the young person, and she plays the other one, and I'm acting off a recording. It's really weird, because I'd have to get the timing the same, because it wasn't live speaking, and it'd have to match perfectly. And then to go from one character to playing the other side of it was really weird. That was fun though, it was like a challenge.
Yeah, meeting the kids who played our younger selves was great. And they were really good. Like, it was quite a good match, I think. So yeah, it was good fun. It was good fun.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello?
Hi.
This is a theoretical question for the two of you.
Oh, good.
If your characters on the show could have a one-on-one showdown with any Marvel superhero, who would it be and why?
I mean, I already said Deadpool.
You want to fight him out as well?
Come on, Arthur.
Oh, Iron Man.
No, I'd lose. Like,
I like Iron Man.
what's the worst Marvel superhero?
Was it Fantastic Four's mailman?
Huh?
Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck.
Well done.
Thank you. I'm using that answer every time I get asked the question. It's good. Howard the Duck. Cut the bit in the middle out.
Hi, my question is for Katie. Being on both shows of Arrow and Legends of Tomorrow, who would you consider the better leaders? Stephen Amell as Green Arrow or Arthur as Rip?
Remember, only one of them is present.
Oh, I like the way you use our real names in that. That's good.
Wait, like the actor or the character?
Characters.
Okay.
Characters. Who do you prefer?
I think Rip Hunter's a terrible leader. No, I really do.
He's really bad.
He lied to all of us all the time, would mess things up, all he cares about is like saving his family, doesn't even care about us. And you'll find out next episode why Sarah doesn't like Rip Hunter.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. I'm like still mad about it. Like it's like real.
And something interesting happened there where you were saying that Rip doesn't really care about them, just his family, and you disagreed off mic a little bit.
I do disagree. I think he does care about them. I think he's just in too deep and he doesn't know what he's doing. He's just totally acting on instinct, and it just perhaps his instincts aren't particularly good. I think his intentions are so noble. I don't think he realizes quite how much danger he's putting everyone in. He thinks he's doing it all for the best. And he thinks if he can save his family and save the world, then everything else will fall into place. So it doesn't matter what happens along the way, because it will all be worth it. Yeah.
You disagree.
So first off, hi. And I'm really getting that echo you guys are talking
Weird,
about.
isn't it?
I'm sorry. Anyway, I know you guys don't get to actually make decisions about what happens in the show, but I think it'd be really cool. Do you know if anything's going to happen about Sarah's mom coming on the show, played by Alex Kingston? So I think, yeah.
We've actually figured out that if Doctor Who existed in the same universe, that you're my
grandfather. Is that Alex's dad?
He's Alex's dad, and she's my mom. So
I'm the
he's
granddad.
my granddad.
If you don't watch
Weird.
Doctor Who, have fun figuring that one out.
I would love for her to come back. She's a fabulous actress. And, you know, we get some wonderful Paul Blackthorne in our series this season, so hopefully next season, especially, I mean, with everything that's going on in Arrow, it's funny because I feel like Alex Kingston's always doing amazing work somewhere, plays, so she's not available, and so it's like they'll end up writing a phone call where it's like, "Hi Mom, I'm back to life from the dead," and she's like, "Oh great, so happy honey, thanks for calling."
I spoke to Alex about it and she really wants to do it. I think it's just about timing, so hopefully it will happen.
And then throw some John Barrowman in there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey guys, big fan of yours, Katie, since Battle of the Year.
Oh geez.
Since you do martial arts and dance, will we ever see Sarah Lance do some hip-hop dancing?
You know,
You should have a breakdancing competition to save the world. That would be amazing.
it's funny, someone pointed out to me, because in the pilot, I'm like, "Oh, you want to dance?" And I'm like, whatever, dancing, and then later, you're like, "Oh, let's dance," and I'm like, "I'm not much of a dancer." So I contradicted myself. I don't know, maybe in like some weird musical episode that we do.
Definitely.
That would be great. I'll do some head spins and yeah.
I like the idea that Sarah really can't dance, and when you do actually dance, it's just really embarrassing. It's just kind of strange shapes.
That'd be
And
great,
that's
I
why
like
you never
that.
dance.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
So my question's for Katie. I just wanted to know what effect you think Laurel's death is going to have on Sarah.
You can watch the next episode and find out. I mean, as you can imagine, like, not happy about it. And you know what, like, Katie and I are so close in real life, and just the idea that, like, she wasn't going to be as around as much anymore was, like, heartbreaking. Like, I really felt it, and I can't go into it too much because you'll just see, but it's very difficult to deal with, like, and we'll see what happens for season 2, but like that's the worst thing that has ever happened to Sarah. Nothing has happened like that to her. Like, out of everything, like, for that to happen to Laurel is the worst thing. So I really hope to carry that on and really do it justice, because we didn't get to explore it very much in this, but next episode you'll see.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hello again, guys. I really like your show. Thanks again for getting that photo with me earlier today. This question's for Katie as well.
Sorry about it, Arthur.
No,
Go ahead.
I'm chilling. It's cool.
This is just... Sorry. This is about episode 11. There was a scene when you were riding horses. What was it like? Have you ever done something like that before? How did you feel?
I loved it. I've ridden horses before, but I hadn't in a long time, since I was a kid. And we all got horseback riding training, which was really fun. And we got to take the horses out and go on trails. And Sierra and I kept getting in trouble because we would just run our horses, like, just start running. And then the guy's like freaking out because he's like, "If you fall, I'm gonna get fired." And we're like, "We're fine." And actually, when we were shooting out that too, I remember there was part of the thing where, like, we ride off, and because Sierra and I kept, like, trying to run the horses, they wouldn't let us do it. They're like, "Nope, we're getting the stunt doubles. You guys are kicked off the horses." But it was fun, and where we shot was beautiful in Canada, and like out in the fields.
Such beautiful weather.
Yeah, it was pouring rain a lot of the time. But it was really fun. I enjoyed it a lot. I want to get back on a horse.
I hope you do too. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Rick probably belongs on a horse with that 6-shooter of his. Rip probably belongs on a horse with a 6-shooter.
Yeah,
and the coat.
I know. I was a bit gutted I couldn't ride a horse. I've ridden a horse on TV before, and they gave me an hour's training. I wasn't very good. I had to lead an army up a hill, and they only had time for one shot. They were like, right, ride your horse up there, the army will follow you, turn around and just say your lines into the distance. We've got one go. I just went, we're going wherever the horse wants to go, to be honest. But he did it, it was great.
Okay, so my question is, most of the cast of Legends started on other shows. So what's it like seeing the character development between like the original show that they started on versus where they are in Legends now?
It's really nice to see, because, people like, Wentworth and Dominic's character had like great stories but weren't in it that much. It's really good to see their characters expanded, and I think it's just such a great opportunity to explore the kind of lesser known characters and find out all about them. I think it's great.
I thought it was confusing at first because I had known Sarah from Arrow, this dark, tortured person, and then I get the script for the first 2 episodes of Legends, and she's like a totally different person. And I was like, wait, how do I... It was a bit of a challenge to switch it to fit on Legends, to a different dynamic of the levity of it, and then still be going back on Arrow and making it all make sense. But it's cool, and I love how, you had the villains and kind of their big arc and change, and it's cool.
Thank you.
We've only got about 2 minutes left, so we're going to try and lightning round through as many of you as we can for these next few questions. Try and keep them quick.
Okay, my question for you this time is, why is this doing feedback? Can I just yell?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm a really big fan of the show. But my question is, are you going to continue?
Yes.
Oh wow! And is Rip just gonna plop everybody down in 2016, or is he gonna bring them on a new journey?
You have to wait and see.
Oh well then that'll be an adventure on its own. Woo!
And the award for best question.
So I think we're going to have to be our last question here.
Hi guys, so I know you guys have a really big fandom all over the world, and I'm from Malaysia. I'm just wondering when do you guys think you'll have a world tour?
Wow, when are we going to do... When we form a band and travel around the world, we should do a Legends of Tomorrow world tour. You should suggest it to people with loads of money. And they could build us a real wave rider, and we can just travel around.
That'd be great.
From country to country, high-fiving everyone along the way.
It could be a time tour too.
The time tour.
All right, well that's all the time we have. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Arthur Darvill and Caity Lotz.